The University of Nevada promotes and protects the free exchange of ideas that does not disrupt university events or ceremonies. Any disruption of today's scheduled program is not allowed. Kindly be aware that any such disruptions will result in immediate removal from the event. Thank you for your support and cooperation. The program will begin momentarily.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are able, please rise and remain standing for our national anthem and alma mater.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Where the trucked snow-fed waters drop from mountains crest, and the meadows meet the sagebrush by the sun caressed, cradled by the silver mountains 'neath the western blue, stands our noble alma mater of Nevada U. As the miner on the desert prospects every place, so Nevada seeks the future with an upturned face. Everywhere she gathers knowledge, all that's good and true, gives she to her sons and daughters of Nevada U. We will ever live to serve her, live to give our best, live to make our alma mater pride of all the West. Let her praises wake the echoes while we pledge anew hearts and minds and hands and voices to Nevada U.
You may be seated. Thank you to our Wolfpack Quartet and our commencement brass. Welcome to the University of Nevada 2025 Winter Commencement Ceremony. My name is Heather Speed, and I serve as the Vice President for Student Services at the university, and for today, your Master of Ceremonies. All right, yeah. I would like to take a moment to recognize several distinguished guests. Please hold your applause until all have been named. Nevada System of Higher Education Regent Joe Arascata, Regent Carol Del Carlo, Faculty Marshal and Chair of the Faculty Senate, Dr. Jennifer McClendon, Senior Vice President for Research and Innovation, Dr. Myrtle Gautam, Vice President for Information Technology, Dr. Sashi Pillay, Vice Provost of Graduate Education and Dean of the Graduate School, Dr. Marcus Kelmamal, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts, Dr. Cassie Isabelli, Dean of the Orvis School of Nursing, Dr. Charles Yingley, okay, we got another one for you. Dean of the College of Business, Dr. Greg Mosier, Dean of the Honors College, Matthew Means, Associate Dean of the College of Education and Human Development, Dr. Shannon Taylor, Athletic Director, Stephanie Remp, Chief of Staff, Aubrey Flores, Executive Director for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, Dr. Melanie Duckworth, Executive Director for Marketing and Communications, Carrie Garcia, Director for Indigenous Relations, Daphne M. Hooper, President of the Associated Students of the University of Nevada, Carmina Aglubat, President of the Graduate Student Association, Rachanya Dev Chinnapan, former Nevada Alumni Council President, Julie Redito. Please help me and recognize our platform party. Please be seated. And to the person who has been at the helm of this ceremony and made all of this happen, Associate Vice President of Enrollment Services, Dr. Melissa Shirozi and her team. As we commence this ceremony in Reno, Nevada, we acknowledge that the University of Nevada, Reno is situated on the traditional homelands of the Numa, Northern Paiute, Washoe, Washoe, Nuwa, Western Shoshone, and Nuwa Southern Paiute peoples. These lands continue to be a gathering place for Indigenous peoples, and we recognize the deep connections to these places. It is now my pleasure to start today's ceremony by welcoming Director of Indigenous Relations and member of the Walker River Paiute Tribe, Daphne M. Hooper, to start this ceremony with an Indigenous blessing. Please stand as you are able.
Pijat Tabino, good afternoon. Tamanama Tadu. No kohima matabuidu. Pija ukatabino tikiati. Uwanuma upija yukuti. No ko yasimu punido situhai. Ti natuni tuina pija sutuhana. Mama kunuma numa tuni tuni nokwa. Ti piatipa tipaa ti songanakuna. Noko hutami na una kwetu mani punido situhaika. Pija tumia puhwa. Puhwa, Creator God, Maker of all things, thank you for giving us this day. We have a lot to be thankful for. Bless everyone gathered here. Blessings for our language. With it, we will teach others. Bless our Mother Earth, our water, our air. Bless everything around us. Go in a good way. Amen.
Please be seated. Thank you, Daphne, for opening our ceremony with that blessing. We are honored to have you as a part of our graduate special day. And now, please join me in welcoming the 17th president of the University of Nevada and alum of the College of Liberal Arts, President Brian Sandoval.
Thank you. I think it might be a little more lively this afternoon than it was this morning. Good afternoon, Wolfpack. Welcome to the University of Nevada's 2025 commencement ceremony. But first things first, we have a new tradition at commencement. We got to keep this tradition alive. So can you all please join me in the Wolfpack chant? This side will be Wolf. And by the way, how many alumni in our audience? Yeah? So this side Wolf, this side Pack. 1, 2, 3. Good job. Now I want you all to take a long look around you. Our winter commencement is special because of its intimate nature. There have been a lot of people who have been working really hard to make Lawler as regal as it is. From our people and facilities, to university events, to student affairs, they've made sure that this moment for all of you, your family and friends, will be a day that you remember forever. So would you please join me in thanking everyone involved with our winter commencement. It's also important during a major moment like this to take stock of the road that you've all traveled to get here. You've had family and friends, teachers and advisors who have always believed in you and encouraged you every step of the way. You've had faculty and staff, our wonderful, amazing faculty and staff. That's an applause line. Who are the heartbeat of our incredible university, who have taught, advised, and mentored you. And you've had classmates, some of you who might be sitting right next to you right now, who've shared this journey with you. These are all people worthy of our thanks. Please join me in applauding the people who brought you here today. So here we are. Class projects and papers are almost behind you. Final exams will be a thing of the past here in just a few days. And if you've been enterprising and incredibly organized, maybe these things are already finished. Anybody already finished? Yeah? I salute you. And if they aren't, good luck in the upcoming days. You all have this. So as we close the book on this semester and we celebrate the class of 2025, I think it's important that we look back for a moment on what your time with us has meant to our university and what this means for the future. First, we're at one of the most important times in our university's history. We have taken our rightful place on the landscape of higher education as a national university. This has long been a major goal for all of us. But let's go back to our commencement ceremony from 119 years ago in 1906. Our university was a little more than 3 decades old at the time. We were still trying to define our mission in the terms that would inspire our graduates to do greater things, to remind the people of Nevada of what we hope to accomplish. There were 25 members in that 1906 graduating class. And a Regents scholarship that was announced that day was for $75. Can you imagine what the tuition was back then? That was a full scholarship. So there were high hopes, as a major donation that would fund a campus rebeautification project over the next few years, including work at Manzanita Lake, was made public that day. And earlier in the year, it was announced that the university, which had been known as Nevada State University since our founding in 1874, would be known as the University of Nevada. Yeah. So as an aside, there are some interesting parallels between then and now. You've all probably noticed we're rebeautifying Manzanita Bowl and Lake this semester. We continue to work on making this the most affordable, highest quality educational option for all of you, our students. And of course, we've grown a lot since then. My, how we have grown. We will celebrate the culmination of the educational journeys of more than 1,900 graduates in 2 ceremonies today. But back to 1906, President Joseph Stubbs rolled out all of the things that were happening into a message that made clear that the university's horizons had been broadened, that we were beginning to think of ourselves not just as the state's land-grant university, but as a university with designs for national recognition. Dr. Stubbs' call was one that truly soared, and this was what he said: "Send your students to the University of Nevada with the assurance that everything that makes for their good conduct, good character, high scholarship, and sound training is given by our university. This is our ambition. No state should be content with simply educating the young people within its borders. Education, training is not bounded by state lines." And today, our reality. Our university has marched forward through an historic cycle of accomplishment, advancement, and evolution that has become the deep-rooted soul of who we are. We are not only Nevada's land-grant leader, we are a national leader in research, innovation, and service. All of you have seen it and experienced it for yourselves. And your experiences with us are a testament to this relentless pursuit of excellence. This is why our graduates, and I'm looking at all of you, class of 2025, quickly become our next generation of leaders. We are ascendant at this moment in our history because all of you have made the choice to lift everyone around you through your commitment to our cherished values. You've made good on an educational imperative that in order to be a national university, you must first and foremost have people who are unforgettable in their talent, unrelenting in their devotion to building community, and relentlessly courageous in their commitment to lifting others for the benefit of society. This is all of you, class of 2025, every single one of you. So how do I know this is true? Well, let me share some of the reasons why I know this is so. So let me tell you the story of Angel Hood from the College of Liberal Arts. Angel, where are you? Stand up, Angel. Give her a hand. Angel graduates as an honors student, earning a degree in political science with a minor in ASL, American Sign Language. Angel has been the TA for all of our deaf instructors, ensuring that they feel supported and able to teach fully in ASL. This semester, Angel has completed her service learning requirement independently, a challenge she not only accepted, but transformed into meaningful community impact. She supported deaf education at Vaughn Middle School and helped bring local deaf and hard of hearing teens to campus for a day of connection and exploration. Efforts like these help young DHS students feel that the university is a place where they belong. Angel, as you graduate today, know that you've left an indelible mark on our institution. We are a better place because of your time with us. Congratulations. Also among those graduating today is Vicki Anderson from the College of Education and Human Development. Hi, Vicki. So after 3 decades in early childhood education, Vicki returned to school in her 50s and is now earning a bachelor's degree in human development and family science. A proud mother of 2, one a Wolfpack alumna, the other a Navy veteran, Vicki has spent the last 4 years nurturing preschoolers at the university's Child and Family Research Center with her play-based approach. Honored as a Reno Community Champion by the Reno City Council, she now breaks new ground as the first in her family to pursue a graduate degree at the university, continuing her mission to enrich the lives of young learners and their families. Congratulations, Vicki. We are so proud of you. Now let me turn now to the Orvis School of Nursing. Where we have Tony Heng. Where are you, Tony? There he is. Tony graduates today with his Doctor of Nursing Practice degree. In the early 1980s, Tony and his parents arrived in the U.S. as refugees fleeing the Khmer Rouge in Cambodia. Growing up in Las Vegas, his mother and father, working in the casino industry, instilled in Tony the belief that education can transform a life. Tony always knew he wanted to become a nurse, and his educational journey has included earning a psychology degree from the university in 2008, and then earning both his BSN and MSN. Throughout his journey, Tony remained committed to returning to the Orvis School of Nursing, a goal he achieved when he enrolled in the Postmaster's DNP program. He successfully defended his doctoral project this summer, and today, Tony graduates surrounded by his entire family. This is a family that has traveled a long road from a refugee camp to where they are today, with Tony poised to be educating our next generation of Nevada's nurses. Congratulations. And now to our College of Business. We have, you're usually more lively than that, business, come on. We have Mindy Jones. Where are you, Mindy? There she is. Mindy was the treasurer for Beta Alpha Psi, an honors organization for financial information majors. Through BAP, Mindy was involved in several community service initiatives, including the Reno Burrito Project and a high school outreach program. Like many students, Mindy had to work to afford school, including working as an accountant. She has already brought an ethical, best practice, always do the right thing mindset to her work, something that her professors have seen often throughout her academic career at our university. Following graduation today, Mindy will be working in tax at J.A. Solari and Partners and plans to become a CPA. Keep showing us the Wolfpack way, Mindy, and congratulations. Now, I wish I could tell a similar story because I know each and every one of our graduates has an amazing story that you are going to take with you for the rest of your lives. But taken in total, these are all stories that speak to the realization of our university's hopes, dreams, and ambitions. That we are the place, a singular institution in its national scope and horizons that produces people who have soaring talent, deep, gritty determination, and an abiding respect for all people. And through the inspiration of the ideals of this university, you, our graduating class of 2025, will go forth and make our world a better place, a place where we live together as a pack, peacefully as one, a place where we can still find alignment between our deeply held beliefs and shared vision for our future, a place where a legacy of ambition will guide you throughout your lives as you become our next generation of leaders. So let this knowledge be your lighthouse, the silver and blue light that will illuminate the many roads you are going to travel, the destinations that you will discover, the life you will lead as you lead others. This is a fantastic moment. We are so proud of each and every one of you. So go out, remember your time with our university with pride, and do the great things we all know you're capable of achieving. Remind people with your every action that you come from the University of Nevada, a university that is among the finest in the land, and that you are a member of the Wolfpack. So congratulations. So congratulations, class of 2025. You've made it, and go Pack.
Thank you, President Sandoval. Please welcome Regent Joe Arcata to provide remarks on behalf of the Nevada System of Higher Education.
Thank you. There we go. Thank you, President Sandoval, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, friends, and family, but most importantly, those dressed in black in front of me, the class of 2025. Thank you. Today marks a big moment, the moment you shift from being students to alumni, stepping from one part of your life into the next. And along the way, you discovered something important. Change can happen, and change can open incredible possibilities. That the values of this 151-year-old university still carry real strength. And when you are serious about your goals, you can accomplish more than you've ever imagined. Think about how far each of you have risen, how far the colleges you represent have surged as well. Your work has pushed your fields forward and sharpened the impact of every program. So, let's take a moment and appreciate who is here this afternoon. This afternoon, I know in the back left, we have the College of Business. Where are you? One more time. I'm gonna follow President Sandoval. You guys are a little weak, a little subdued this year. Come on, business, lay it on me. So it's been almost 70 years since the college was founded. Back then, it was in Ross Hall. The focus was on typewriting, shorthand, and stenography. And now, look, you're at the beautiful John Tulloch Business Building, ready to become competitive, ethical, innovative professionals who will help drive economic development for Nevadans and beyond. Next up, the College of Education and Human Development. Where are you located? Yeah, you all crushed business, by the way. Way louder. So, founded in 1954 with just 7 faculty members tucked into the top floor of Thompson Hall. Today, you leave as high-performing education and human development professionals, carrying a lifelong love of learning the skills to make our world more inclusive, more diverse, and more knowledge-based. So here we go, nurses. The Orvis School of Nursing, where are you? My people. All right. Orvis will celebrate its 70th anniversary next year, 2026, and it was created to address a serious shortage of nursing talent in Nevada, and that need has not gone away. Thanks to our comprehensive preparation, your comprehensive preparation and dedication, you are stepping into roles that'll help meet some of our state's most urgent healthcare needs. And hopefully, some of your longevity will be of 45 years, similar to the grandmother of one of today's graduates. So in a few moments, you all become official graduates. But before that, on behalf of the Nevada System of Higher Education, I want to offer my heartfelt congratulations. You carry the legacy of this university with everywhere you go. And I can't wait to see how you build upon it. But never forget, every step that you take, or perhaps every push, you will forever leave a footprint behind you. It could be in the hallways of a hospital, in the situation of a business room, or in a classroom. Never forget, that footprint that you leave behind will forever be there. Make that mark the most indelible it can ever be. Forever, and go Pack.
Thank you, Regent Arascata. The HERS Medal, the University of Nevada, Reno's oldest and most prestigious student award, was originally established in 1910 by brothers Richard, Carl, and Otto HERS. For 100 years, it was presented by the HERS family at each commencement ceremony to the graduating senior with the highest grade point average. In 2011, the University of Nevada, Reno Foundation wished to continue the tradition of recognizing our top scholars established by the HERS family. The Thelma B. and Thomas P. Hart Foundation is generously funding this prestigious award. We are excited to welcome this year's recipient to this elite group of scholars. The recipient of the Winter 2025 HERS Gold Medal is Mason Adair. Mason graduates from the Orvis School of Nursing with a Bachelor of Science degree in nursing with a minor in public health. Mason came to the university to pursue a degree in nursing, and with support from family, friends, and faculty, Mason completes an honor-winning education that has also included an 1874 Scholars Honors Pathway. After graduation, Mason plans to go into bedside nursing before eventually returning to school for graduate level studies. Congratulations, Mason, on this remarkable achievement. Please welcome the president of the Associated Students of the University of Nevada, Carmina Alcubat, to give the student address.
Hello, everyone. Now, I won't stand here and pretend to offer you guys some great advice like I'm much older than most of you, as someone seasoned by decades of experience. Instead, I hope to offer reflections from a voice that sits near your own, still close to discoveries, the anxieties, and uncertainties that you guys may be feeling today. The world we are stepping into is undeniably complex. We are living in a moment where our nation is marked by tension, transition, and profound questioning. Some of you have spent your years at the university staring directly into these challenges, studying political science, environmental science, or other disciplines that require you to analyze society in real time. Others may encounter these challenges more indirectly through an offhand comment at dinner, a headline you scroll past, or a thought that briefly lingers before you sleep. But regardless of how the world reaches you, it does reach all of us. And each of us is shaped by the era that we inhabit, and each of us has a responsibility to understand, navigate, and live through it with intention. When I ask you to keep the virtue of courage close to your heart, I'm not only speaking to you about bravery and extraordinary circumstances. Instead, I'm speaking about something deeper, what I would call the undeniable responsibilities that we carry as members of a community, responsibilities to one another, our principals, and to the people who will come after us. Courage appears when you advocate for someone who has less power than you. It appears when you admit a mistake and choose to learn from it. It appears when you choose kindness in a moment where frustration would be easier. And it appears when you pursue a path that others do not understand, but you know is right. Every single degree given out today, every field represented in this room will be tested in courage. Whether you work in a hospital, a school, a business office, lab, courtroom, or a community organization, you'll be asked to make decisions that reflect not just what you know, but who you are. So today, I also want to remind you of the value of connection, not as an abstract ideal, but as a necessity for the meaning of life. When people reach the end of their lives, they do not ask to see their degrees, their accolades. They do not ask to see the newspaper headlines that carried their names. They ask to see the people they love. Those relationships are not spare time pursuits. They are the anchors that hold us together as we navigate the demands of adulthood and require the courage needed to get through this life. We sometimes act as if connection is very delicate, like it's something that's easily broken. But perhaps it is the complete opposite. Perhaps human connection is one of the most resilient forces that we have. It survives distance, pressure, and time, yet thrives only under intention. Intentionality is a discipline. It is a discipline of showing up when it's easier not to, and being fully present in a world that constantly fragments our attention. It is a quiet promise we make to the people that matter that we will not let the fast pace of life overshadow the value of people's presence in it. And when you practice this discipline, something remarkable happens. Life becomes less about achievement and more about belonging, less about racing forward and more about building a life in which others can walk beside you. So with that said, congratulations, class of 2025, and as always, go Pack.
Thank you, Carmina. Please welcome Rachanya Dev Chinnapan, the President of the Graduate Student Association of the University of Nevada.
Thank you, Dr. Speed. How's it going, Wolfpack? Good afternoon. As your student body and Graduate Student Association president, it is truly an honor to stand here, and an even bigger honor that none of our professors emailed us today with, let's hop on a quick Zoom. Today, we celebrate the class of 2025 undergraduates, masters, and doctoral students, a group so resilient, so determined, and so heavily caffeinated that nothing can stop us. Let's be honest, we didn't just earn this degree, we survived it. Whether you were an undergrad discovering yourself, a master's student trying to prove yourself, or a doctoral student slowly losing yourself, we all had the same universal experiences. From writing research papers at 3 a.m., fueled by panic and coffee, pretending we understood class discussions, acting shocked every time a professor said, the exam is cumulative, and telling ourselves, I'll probably start early next time, knowing very well that we'll not. Undergrads had to survive giant lecture halls, dining hall food, and roommates who believed 2 a.m. is a great time for vacuuming the room. Master's students had to survive group projects where one member vanished like they were written off the show. And doctoral students, well, you had to survive explaining your research to family members who nodded politely and definitely understood nothing. Before we celebrate, we must recognize the true heroes of our academic journey. Caffeine, for holding our degrees together. AI, for answering questions. For answering questions we were too afraid to ask. Parents, for providing emotional support, motivation, and just the right amount of mental torture to keep us humble. And that one friend who always said, bro, you got this, and when you were very clearly know that you did not. Let's also thank our families, professors, advisors, and mentors, especially the ones who responded to our emails after 3 to 5 business days. College taught us more than formulas, theories, and citations. It also taught us how to look awake while running on 2 hours of sleep, how to speed walk across campus like Olympians, how to survive with 47 Chrome tabs open, all critical, and how to write like an expert while internally screaming. These are all the transferable skills employers are looking for. Now, people keep asking, so what's next after graduation? And the boldest, bravest, and most honest answer is, I don't know, I'll let LinkedIn decide my fate. Some of us have jobs, some are going to grad school, some are taking gap years, some are starting businesses, and some are still trying to figure out what exactly they just majored in. And that's okay, because if there's one thing this class has mastered, it's the ability to adapt, to last-minute deadlines and surprise quizzes. You have already proven you can handle uncertainty. That is the most powerful skill of all. So here's my final advice. Be bold, like the student who chose an 8 a.m. class. Be courageous, like the student who presented without slides. Be humble, like the rest of us who still don't understand APA format. And be kind. Your degrees will open doors. Your kindness will keep them open. Most importantly, today you leave as graduates, as thinkers, as leaders, as innovators, as professionals, and as people who can make this world a better place than we have found it. Thank you for the laughs, thank you for your resilience, and thank you for choosing the mighty Wolfpack as your home. Now go out there and make the world binge watch your success. Lastly, congratulations, class of 2025. You did it. Go Pack.
Thank you, Rachanda. Please welcome former president of the Nevada Alumni Council, Julie Redito.
Hi, class of 2025. Congratulations. We're almost there. On behalf of your University of Nevada Alumni Association, we are excited to welcome you to our alumni family of more than 125,000. As you celebrate this moment, remember that your journey with the university does not end today. It transforms into a lifelong connection. Our alumni community is a powerful network united by shared experiences, values, and a commitment to supporting one another. Whether you're starting a new career, continuing your education, or exploring whole new opportunities, know that your pack is always behind you, cheering you on. After all, that is the Wolfpack way. Back in 2019, a new tradition was introduced during commencement, and that is the presentation of an official alumni pin, which you can see behind me here, gifted to all graduates from the university. When you receive yours today, wear it proudly for many years to come. Alumni, you play a large role in the success of current students, so I urge you to stay involved with your alma mater, no matter where your journey takes you. Stay connected by helping recruit new and future alumni, become a career mentor, attend one of the many university events, or consider joining one of our 25 alumni chapters. The opportunities are endless, and we are here to support you well after graduation. So remember, there is no limit to what a Nevada graduate is capable of. You will always be a member of this pack. Your continued involvement makes a real difference, and together we can inspire the next generation of students and strengthen the legacy of Nevada graduates everywhere. So congratulations to all of you today, our newest alumni, and go Wolfpack.
Great. Thank you, Julie. The candidates for graduation represent a wide range of disciplines and degree programs. After a great deal of time and effort and significant intellectual and emotional investment, students, you are now on the cusp of a highly important moment in your life. Our university has set a very high bar for you to finally arrive at this moment. We are very pleased to celebrate your accomplishments in this ceremony while recognizing that this is only the beginning, the commencement of even greater horizons to come. Congratulations and good luck to all of you. And now, presenting the candidates for advanced degrees from the Graduate School is Vice Provost in Graduate Education and Dean of the Graduate School, Dr. Marcus Kimmelmeyer.
Mr. President, it is my honor to present to you these candidates for the doctoral and Masters of Fine Arts degrees.
Christine B. Emmons, Education, hooded by Dr. David T. Crowther.
Tina Sloan Pomeroy, Education, hooded by Dr. David T. Crowther.
Galen Michael Arthur Gorlington, English, hooded by Dr. Chris Mays. Shannon Colleen Hartman, Political Science, hooded by Dr. Suzanne Martin.
Teresa Janine Moyola, Nursing Practice, hooded by Dr. Megan R. Pratt.
Heather Marie Crane, Nursing Practice, hooded by Dr. Carrie D. Hintz. Jennifer Marie Kimberlane, Nursing Practice, hooded by Dr. Carrie D. Hintz. Amber D. Lee, Nursing Practice, hooded by Dr. Carrie D. Hintz.
Kelsey Molina Miller, Nursing Practice, hooded by Dr. Carrie D. Hintz.
Victoria Chow, Nursing Practice, hooded by Dr. Stephanie Stimek DeBoer. Grace Greenstein, nursing practice, hooded by Dr. Stephanie Stimmick DeBoer.
Kevin Dean Springer, nursing practice, hooded by Dr. Rochelle A. Walsh.
Mackenzie Noel Lease, nursing practice, hooded by Dr. Deborah A. Schindel. Tony Heng, nursing practice, hooded by Dr. Deborah A. Schindel. Tarina O. Caserto, education, hooded by Dr. Janet Usinger. Kendra Brianna Isabel, anthropology, hooded by Dr. Marin Pilau.
Maria Lisa Rose Paulson, economics, hooded by Dr. Dilek Uz.
Mr. President, I present to you these candidates for the master's degrees.
Karthi Nalatambi, business analytics.
Kale Liam Landenberg, public administration and policy. Sayaj Erdin and Sharkaj, accountancy.
Bahore Nejar Khoram, finance.
Lindsay Ray Etter, educational leadership. Arvella Jurgensen, educational leadership.
Fahim Billa, finance.
Elizabeth Carol Wilson, accountancy.
James Ernest Knight III, economics.
Julieta Michelle Ballesteros, accounting.
Maggie Hughes, equity and diversity in education.
Abigail Parks, economics.
David Gerald Andrews, social psychology. Harshmita Kaur, special education. Jared Anthony Keller, public administration and policy. Ile D. Glaster, instructional technology and learning design. Michael Hart, business analytics. Savannah Rose Castanon, equity and diversity in education.
Ina Aksinuk, accountancy. Jacqueline Ann Tortorello, educational leadership.
Casey Lorraine Lundy, educational leadership. Jennifer Carla Chabrilovich, Educational Leadership. Jillian Marie Fillmore, Educational Leadership.
Stephen Glenn Wellman, Accountancy.
Michael Allen Lafferty, Accountancy.
Michael J. Wilson, Judicial Studies. Pandora Elaine Palmer, Judicial Studies. Gloria J. Sturman, Judicial Studies. Emily Ruth Quick, Secondary Education. Carly Rugebrink, Secondary Education. Grace Marie Robinette, Social Psychology.
Natalie Marie Barreto, Social Psychology. Olivia Barton, Equity and Diversity in Education. Kaylee Bonds, Equity and Diversity in Education. Miranda Pearl Lopez, Educational Leadership. Jackson Joseph Godert, Instructional Technology and Learning Design.
Jamie C. Starr, Equity and Diversity in Education. Veronica Mudhoni Mwathi, Nursing.
Gideon Joel Buckle, Business Administration.
Allison Lee Welch, Business Administration.
Kenzie Taylor Konmich, Business Administration.
Alexandra Gabrielle Rush, Business Administration. Thomas John Paul Habior Verona, Business Administration.
Luann Gerber, Business Administration. Kevin Brandon Canales, Business Administration.
Joseph Lee Williams II, Business Administration.
Wilson Attler, Business Administration.
Lesna Ilani O'Donnell, Business Administration.
Nicholas Jeffrey Dyer, Business Administration. Brendan Keeley, Business Administration.
Erica Pianki, Business Administration.
Michelle Brooke Lee, Business Administration. Clayton Mel Grebb, Business Administration.
Ulrich Raikus Danielson, Business Administration.
Luke Evan De Ocampo, Business Administration.
Luke Allen McIndoe, Business Administration.
Braden Kaalakai Yukio Fontanella, Business Administration. Ashley Cheryl Lopez, Business Administration. Daniel Antonio Ayala, Business Administration.
Matthew Vincent Stelmaschek, Business Administration. Jacob Anthony Sabillo, Business Administration.
Kyle A. Carson Burge, Secondary Education.
Rebecca Lopez Meyer, Secondary Education.
Megan Sue Kelly, Secondary Education. Andrea Maria Godoy Powers, Secondary Education. Caitlin Cooper, Secondary Education. Jillian Jean Lauderdale, Secondary Education.
Robert Harold Mullen, Secondary Education. Jose M. Piceno Ramirez, Secondary Education.
Madison Taylor Galleron, Secondary Education. Yannick Gonzalez Dinulos, Information Systems.
Madeline Marie May, Special Education, Electrical Engineering.
Zenit, Business Administration.
Justice Sechiyama Hamond, Information Systems.
Ephraim Quaynor Tay, Instructional Technology and Learning Design.
Bryce Anthony Buckwalter, Accountancy, Finance.
Keaton Andrew Fox, Sociology.
Veronica Analí Perez, Sociology.
Camilla Garun Dasjeri, Business Administration.
Brianna Alejandra Meza Palomar, Business Analytics.
Jennifer Villanueva Andrada, Accountancy.
Lydia Lacey Morehouse, Business Administration. Ganesh Sai Lalit Kumar Pathaneni, Information Systems.
Eileen Cruz, Business Administration. Rachel Nicole Goodfellow, Business Administration.
Maxine Johanna Erica Santos Salva, Business Analytics.
Wensley A. Beltran Cabansag, Business Analytics. George Bemaro, Accountancy. Manuel Alejandro Davila, Public Administration and Policy. Rahul Rathod Karavath, Information Systems, Criminal Justice.
Kavya Sivakumar, Information Systems. Alan Ortiz, Business Administration.
The individuals who earned advanced degrees represent an amazing cross-section of our world. They commenced their graduate studies on our campus from states throughout the country and from across the nation and across the globe. They represent one of the most humanistic coalitions of perspectives, backgrounds, and goals that one could ever find. Although their personal stories are all different and speak to the richness of human experience, which we value so much at our university, there is always a unifying thread: the extraordinary quality of who these individuals are and what they all represent to our future. They embarked on the path of attaining an advanced degree because they wanted to make the world a better place. Once on our campus, guided by faculty and mentors who have challenged and encouraged them, our students reach a high standard of personal excellence, both as scholars and as individuals. Their excellence has helped them realize that there are no limits to achieving one's capacity to think, to question, to trust, to test, to ultimately find wisdom and truth. Although this is indeed the culmination of years of hard work, this moment we are about to recognize does not represent a conclusion. It marks the start of something that is even more special: how our advanced degree candidates will now take these experiences and help us all realize a better world, one that is more giving, more empathetic, and full of immense possibilities that come with knowledge, discovery, and insight. The individuals who are candidates for advanced degrees represent our next generation of leaders. Let's applaud what they've done, and let's eagerly anticipate what they are yet to do. Dr. Kimmelmeyer, please present the candidates for the conferral of degrees.
Would all candidates for all doctoral, Masters of Fine Art, and all master's degrees please rise as you are able? Mr. President, I present to you these outstanding candidates for doctoral, Master of Fine Art degrees, and master's degrees.
It's time to make it official. You're welcome. By virtue of the laws of the state of Nevada and the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I confer upon those fulfilling the appropriate requirements the doctoral and master's degrees recommended by the faculties of the university, with all the rights, privileges, and obligations belonging thereto. Congratulations, you've done it.
Please be seated. For the presentation of the candidates for bachelor's degrees, I will call upon the deans of the colleges and schools. Presenting the candidates from the College of Liberal Arts is Dean Cassie Isabelli.
President Sandoval, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Liberal Arts, I present to you 110 candidates for bachelor's degrees in the arts, social sciences, and humanities. Among them are future CEOs, lawyers, educators, and maybe even another two-time state governor and university president.
Hassan Hussein Shah, criminal justice.
Aidan Matthew Outling, political science, sociology, 1874 scholar.
Chase Garrett Ogers, philosophy, political science.
Miguel Antonio Lopez, Jr., interdisciplinary studies.
Cassandra Violet Miller, criminal justice, psychology. Caitlin Alexandra Saylor, anthropology. Hannah Christina Marduk, criminal justice. Zuli Baez Rodriguez, criminal justice. David Mariscal Gonzalez, history.
Andrew Edward Burmer, history.
Blake Sharp, criminal justice, sociology. Katie J. Wallen, anthropology. Jake Ryan Vasquez, communication studies. Reese White, art. Gabriella Uma Niru Elena Polson, graphic design, cum laude.
Emily Grace Arias, criminal justice, psychology.
Jasmine Star Wong Fortunato, criminal justice, psychology, cum laude. Delaney Irene Perpall, criminal justice. Elena Dawn Rodriguez, art.
Stephanie Catherine Hall, English. Alec John Serfolio, Criminal Justice.
Lisbeth Rosa Sojeda, Criminal Justice. Morgan Alec Bradshaw McClintock, Communication Studies.
Carson Scott Butler, Music.
Nelson Ropati, Interdisciplinary Studies. Iyali Iramide Osuna Torres, Criminal Justice.
Angela Marie Cornejo, Criminal Justice.
Keegan Vieira Seals, Criminal Justice. Gailan Sayago Sendin, English, Spanish.
Amy Kemper, Philosophy. Annalise Cosette Kirkham, Psychology. Jacqueline Deneen Brown, Interdisciplinary Studies.
Charles Brian Maximus Penzel, Political Science.
Madison Lynn Llewellyn, Criminal Justice. McCoy Keith Cobb, History.
Hannah Sweet Sanford, Philosophy. Jordan Louise McGlynn, Interdisciplinary Studies. Caitlin Catherine Martin, Criminal Justice. Alyssa Tosado, Criminal Justice.
Peyton Patricia Bondyke, Gender, Race, and Identity. Zoe Holt, Music Education, Cum Laude. Jareth Jimenez Garcia, Music Education.
Nicholas Brian Pietzka, International Affairs, Political Science. Elizabeth Tokarski, Criminal Justice, International Affairs. Lawrence Joy Sabuco Tolentino, Criminal Justice, Political Science. Brock William Alexander O'Brien, Art, Art History. Alyssa Ray Morgan, Art, Art History. Shannon M. Miller, Interdisciplinary Studies.
Raymond Thomas Brown, Communication Studies.
Samantha Marie Parch, Criminal Justice. Reagan Masako Van Diest, Spanish. Aaron Roy Robinson, Theater.
Tyler M. Giles, Criminal Justice.
Kyle Riley, Criminal Justice.
Anthony Stephen Kent, Political Science. Haley Lynn Gashrowski, Political Science.
Cadence Lynn McCumber, English, Cum Laude. Isabella Williams, English.
Rachel Marie Fuse, Anthropology. Anthony Kuhl, Political Science.
Princess Moyisha Kubuya, Criminal Justice.
Araceli Espinosa Lopez, Criminal Justice. Ashira Carolina Estrada, Criminal Justice. Audrey Loesch, Anthropology, Criminal Justice. Elisa Lazaro, Sociology.
Jack Allen Brandy, Communication Studies.
Quentin James Woodford, English.
Victoria Koshanka, Criminal Justice, Psychology. Riley Patricia Herbst, Criminal Justice.
Amari Simpson, Criminal Justice. Monique Lachey McCullum, Criminal Justice, Psychology.
Denasia Cloy, Anthropology. Betsy Carolina Feliciano, Criminal Justice. Alyssa Ray Funkin, English. Cedric Enriquez, Art. Nicole Enriquez Portillo, Criminal Justice. Anastasia Joy Allert, Art. Samuel Austin Kendall, Interdisciplinary Studies. Nathan Harris, Interdisciplinary Studies. Cheyenne Starlene Adams, Art, Art History, cum laude.
Lily Catherine Tompkins, Art, Art History.
Allison Katie Camelot, Art, Art History. Dalia Gudinho Landeros, Anthropology. Alexis Gabriel Garcia Perez, Anthropology.
McKinnon Christopher Violette, Music. Connor Trapp, Criminal Justice.
Ian Donovan Butler, International Affairs. Dylan William Johnson, Criminal Justice. Marilene Aber Lara, Criminal Justice. Brett Emery, International Affairs, Political Science. Alyssa Linnea Aceves, Anthropology. Trey Kirkpatrick, International Affairs, Political Science, cum laude.
Marcella Denise Martinez, International Affairs.
Sean Ray Huska, Interdisciplinary Studies.
Eric Schwartz, Spanish, Psychology.
Brooklyn Alana Barrio, History.
Isabella Marie Yeager, Gender, Race, and Identity, magna cum laude.
Jocelyn Esquivel, International Affairs. Delisarif Serrano Chavez, Communication Studies. Juliet Ann Birchfield, Art.
Jacob Alexander Taylor, Interdisciplinary Studies. Jennifer Resendez, Anthropology. Jada Marie St. Clair, Criminal Justice.
Athena Marie Hilt, Art. Scott Willard Hayes, Interdisciplinary Studies. Dennis Eck, Communication Studies. Natalia B. Baldaskas, Communication Studies. Elizabeth Kimberly Hertzinger, Anthropology. Angel M. Hood, Political Science, Provost's Scholar.
Fernanda Ramos Rodriguez, International Affairs, Political Science, summa cum laude, 1874 Scholar.
Verity Summers Prentice, French, Psychology.
Demaya, Oregon, Augustine Hunt, Dance. Erica Jasmine Gonzalez Arredondo, Psychology.
John Oliver Cosme Bolis, Criminal Justice.
Maria Christine Lynch, Anthropology.
Presenting the candidates from the College of Education and Human Development is Associate Dean Shannon Taylor.
President Sandoval, I present to you these candidates for the bachelor's degrees from the College of Education and Human Development.
Aaron Riley, Human Development and Family Science. Bridget Litang Mitol'ol, Human Development and Family Science. Adriana Irene Shalas, Human Development and Family Science.
Talia Reese Bradley, Human Development and Family Science. Catherine D. Duran, Human Development and Family Science.
Karina M. Williams, Human Development and Family Science.
Vicki Anderson, Human Development and Family Science. Cynthia Diana Garcia, Human Development and Family Science, 1874 Scholar.
Mackenzie J. Villalobos, Integrated Elementary Teaching. Kayla Elizabeth Regley, Human Development and Family Science. Amy Rebecca Meyer, Human Development and Family Science. Ava Alexis Polar, Human Development and Family Science. Alexandra Blake O'Connor, Human Development and Family Science.
Joanna Mandy Antello, Human Development and Family Science.
Samantha Ann Manning, Integrated Elementary Teaching.
Yesenia Guadalupe Aguilera Quesada, Human Development and Family Science.
Nancy Rojas Ibanez, Human Development and Family Science.
Sophia Jane Henry, Integrated Elementary Teaching. Isabel Embro, Integrated Elementary Teaching. Catherine Natalie Amaya, Integrated Elementary Teaching.
Elizabeth McKibben, Human Development and Family Science. Lucas Tanner Pope, Secondary Education, History. Emily Margaret Trias, Secondary Education, History. Ava Isabella Skinner, Secondary Education, Sociology.
Franz Rafael Osormen Castillo, Integrated Elementary Teaching. Samuel Kirkham Ansel, Integrated Elementary Teaching.
Courtney Lynn Solomon, Integrated Elementary Teaching.
Macy Lynn Clement, Elementary Education.
Wilmer Hernandez Parra, Human Development and Family Science. Serena DiMaggio, Integrated Elementary Teaching.
Emma Ryan Stewart, Human Development and Family Science.
Dana Sofia Fernandez Hernandez, Secondary Education, Spanish. Edna Aureli Cervantes Alvarado, Secondary Education, History, Spanish. Nikki Nok Chindavon, Human Development and Family Science, magna cum laude. Emma Jers, Human Development and Family Science.
Nikita Diane Sherman, Human Development and Family Science. Kailani Marie Watkins, Human Development and Family Science. Alessandra America Velasquez, Human Development and Family Science.
Myron S. Campos Negrete, Human Development and Family Science.
Shani Ayana Stewart, Human Development and Family Science.
Presenting the candidates from the Orvis School of Nursing is Dean Charlie Yeagling.
President Sandoval, on behalf of the greatest nursing faculty in the world, it is my pleasure to present to you these candidates for bachelor's degrees from the Orvis School of Nursing.
Mason Adair, Nursing, summa cum laude, 1874 scholar.
Yaritza Nane Benitez Mora, Nursing.
Andy Pereira, Nursing. Marley Kekumuikavai Okeola Peros, Nursing. Jocelyn Thacker, Nursing, magna cum laude. Alexia Liliana Walk, Nursing.
Lena Joy Bigornia Aquino, Nursing, 1874 scholar. Jaden Lorraine Hitchcock, Nursing, Public Health.
Alyssa Lynn Malero, Nursing.
Avery Elizabeth Ellis, Nursing, Community Health Sciences.
Ashley E. Rieger, Nursing.
Amelia Delamora, Nursing. Logan Allen Connors, Nursing. Sadie Nadine Guerra, Nursing.
Jennifer Renee Eunice, Nursing. Erica Janelle Paradise, Nursing.
Kayla Faye Hewitt, Nursing. Xavier Braxton Barr, Nursing.
Taylor Ann Ogan, Nursing.
Summer Lynn Farrell, Nursing.
Ruth Elise Ross, Nursing. Jessica Leanne Silverman, Nursing. Quincy Maross, Nursing. Mackenzie Maddox, Nursing.
Samantha Marie Broadwater, Nursing. Leanne Aguilera Lee, Nursing. Faith Eliza Gerlon Galong, Nursing. McKenna Ainsley Begley, Nursing. Josephine Hillary Clark, Nursing.
Alondra Felicitas Meza, Nursing, Community Health Sciences.
Hannah Jane Duker, Nursing, Community Health Sciences.
Marissa V. Moody, Nursing. Justice Trinity Pence, Nursing. Alyssa Marie Schwartz, Nursing.
Christian Gianni Flores, Nursing. Deanna Elizabeth Laura Serio, Nursing.
Samip Shrestha, Nursing.
Justin Allen Leon, Nursing. Kyle Spencer Helso, Nursing.
Alaska Jason Grant, nursing.
Ethan Isaac LeBeau, nursing.
Sophia LeBlanc, nursing.
Mackenzie Ella Reynolds, nursing. Mariah Pearl Monk, nursing.
Kylie DeBruin, nursing, microbiology and immunology.
Atziri Suzette Palomo, nursing, cum laude. Allie Sharp, nursing.
Anaya Tasia Irick, nursing, community health sciences. Lisbeth Denise Flores Cortez, nursing. Madeline Lane Jones, nursing, cum laude.
Kiyomi Nakano, nursing, community health sciences.
Sierra Fiddler, nursing. Taylor Lee Cross, nursing.
Kaylee Marie Wieland, nursing, cum laude.
Haley Rose Davis, nursing.
Kayla Ann Sweeney, nursing, cum laude.
Francesca Juliana Fregoso, nursing. Morgan Kitchell, nursing, public health. Mila Genevieve Guston, nursing, public health.
Madison Noel Senna, nursing. Vinnie A. Masterson, nursing. Juliana Giovanna Asmeti, nursing. Kendall Lynette Quinlan, nursing. Ashley Shasid Reyna, nursing. Nicholas Martinez Orozco, nursing.
Melanie Giselle Anguiano, nursing. Zachary William Garcera Carriaga, nursing. Alessandra Nicole Atienza, nursing.
Maria del Carmen Perez, nursing, 1874 scholar. Autumn Elizabeth Sholkowski, nursing, public health. Mia Isabel Paredes Tadeo, nursing. Sean Jaden Taylor, nursing.
Carly Kennelly, nursing.
Zoe Lee Rains, nursing, community health sciences.
Matt Joshua Onate Karema, nursing.
Olivia Elise Mercer, nursing, psychology.
Caitlin Danielle Gutierrez Munoz, nursing. Jill Marie Ariano, nursing.
Malia Wolcott, nursing. Carlene White, nursing.
Emily Macon Ewert, nursing.
Presenting the candidates from the College of Business is Dean Greg Mosier.
President Sandoval, on behalf of the outstanding faculty of the College of Business, it's my pleasure to present these candidates for the Bachelor of Science degrees in the College of Business.
Scott Kelly, management.
Andrew Harrison Ingram, Information Systems.
Ballybell Tang, economics, political science. magna cum laude. Angelina Marie Tiongson, marketing. Martin Zaragoza, information systems. Andrea Sade Hernandez Garcia, marketing.
Premnipa Egrunret, marking.
Amory Anayi Rivera Magana, marketing.
Brandon Pearson, management.
Logan Stevens, management.
Campbell J. Dedman, international business.
Alif Sheikh, marketing.
Fernando Lobatos Vidales, marketing. Marcos Vasquez Avina, information systems. Larissa Honora Gaeta, information systems.
Marco Jordan Villamil, information systems. Daniel Jeremiah Nellis, information systems, cum laude.
Youssef Kadiri Hassani, international business. Colton Alexander Callis, accounting, information systems.
Jeffrey Ryan Shoemaker, information systems.
Irene Ledesma, management.
Colin Bruce Melvin, economics, finance.
Jared T. Fleischman, finance, magna cum laude.
Jade Thomas Stotts, information systems.
Nafiz Kausar, management, marketing. Abraham Gregory Downs, marketing, cum laude.
Kyle Joseph Cabo Masilong, accounting.
Chase Connect, management, marketing. Morgan James Hunt, marketing. Christopher John Cole, marketing. Sky Elaine Hutton, international business. Tristan Jack Lawrence, economics, philosophy, summa cum laude.
Trenton Wagner, international business, Spanish.
Ryan Vung Lei, management.
Tanner Vaughn, management, cum laude.
Dominic Aitken Castillo, marketing.
Samuel Anthony Roth, management, marketing.
Colton Craig Humes, marketing.
Anthony Daniel Meadows, marketing, magna cum laude. Oscar Negrete Bravo, finance. Samantha Lauren Paquette, accounting, information systems.
Emily Maria Bolentini, accounting, information systems.
Jacob Henry Tabor, marketing. Ryan Servino, interdisciplinary studies. Philip Puyas, economics. May Silito, information systems. Casey Christopher Shumway, management, marketing.
Vincent Keo Carlton, information systems, cum laude.
Timothy Michael Nix, information systems. Axel Rojo Garcia, marketing. Christopher Ronald Monk, accounting, magna cum laude.
Marcela Bianca de Arcos, management, magna cum laude.
Benjamin Ray Mitchison, Management.
Logan Anthony Desimone, Management, Marketing.
Aaron Ram Vats, Management. Brent Ole Solberg II, Information Systems.
Kenner Lee Castile Snyder, Finance.
Justice M. Sabo, Marketing. Kira Schlater, Management. Wilmer Daniel Mateus, Finance, cum laude. Lucy K. Potts, Accounting, Finance.
Alexander Reed Lucetta, Accounting. Mindy June Jones, Accounting, Finance. Abby Rose Gould, Accounting. Matthew James Bonelli, Accounting, 1874 Scholar. Riley William Hargraves, Marketing.
Miles Kenneth Kai Payne, International Business, Spanish.
Jesus Avila Ramos, Economics. Yahir Enrique Diaz Enriquez, Marketing, Political Science.
Peter Grant Marston III, Management.
Clement Chen, Information Systems.
Kimberly Varma, Management, Marketing.
Alyssa Mae Carson, Management, Marketing.
Brittany L. Hill, Accountancy.
Owen Craig Straub, Accounting, Finance. Victoria A. Violante, Marketing.
Taylor Nicole Carter, Marketing.
Riley Elizabeth Schuster, Marketing.
Melody Abigail Centerino, Management. Ella Lauren Durkee, Accounting, Information Systems. Jewel Chanthalasin, Information Systems. Brian Giovanni Hibbert, Management.
Lisbeth Orozco Ruiz, Management.
John O. Gordon, Finance. Jonathan Olivier Lloyd, Accounting, Finance, Information Systems, Provost Scholar. Bryce Patrick Hatch, Finance.
Chase McMinn Westover McAndrew, Management. Avilio Ernesto Sandoval Hernandez, Management, Marketing, cum laude.
Joshua John Fruin, General Business. Cody Kenneth Chapman, Accounting, Finance.
Ryan Carlton Stacker, Marketing.
Edson Lemus, Management.
Aiden Jerome Burke, Marketing.
Pierce Manchester, Finance.
Michael Charles Gonzalez, Marketing. Jacob Carvalho Campa, General Business. Natalie M. Jimenez, Information Systems. Rock Song Dai, International Business. Sean Christopher Daniel Barden, Marketing. Cole William Cheney, International Business.
Bruno Juan de Castro Sebastiano, Management.
Drew Campbell Ivy, Finance.
John William Squire, Management, Marketing. Kayla Nicole Scott, Marketing. Brian Morgan McKinley, Finance. Xander Ty Thomas, General Business, cum laude.
Royce Resquid Ferrer, Accounting, Finance. Emilia Cortez Flores, Accounting, Finance.
Jennifer Tenorio, Information Systems, Marketing.
Julian Carson P. Esip, General Business. Zachary Michael Austill, Management.
Tucker Zachary Utley, Management.
Richard Dalton Diebold, Marketing.
Alan Leonardo Mendez Carpio, Finance. Natalie Joanna Ramirez Sanchez, Accounting.
Maria del Rosario Graciano Garcia, Management, Marketing. Jacob Daniel Duran Lozano, Finance. Crystal Ballesteros Tapia, Management.
Lori Win Fan, Accounting.
Carolina Andrea Castillo, Accounting. Ethan Kirsch, Management.
Jordan Ryan Mulligan, Finance.
Michael Adogla, Information Systems, Spanish.
Sean Corey Michaels, Information Systems. Kyle David Sampson, Information Systems. Lan Lee Wynn, Information Systems.
Elizabeth Backus, Information Systems.
Loy Hong Win, Management, Marketing, cum laude.
Brian A. Escobar, Accounting. Mohit Mahesh Kumar Bhakta, Marketing. Sean Collin, General Business. Tyler Alexander Campbell, Finance, cum laude, 1874 scholar.
Meg Francis O'Connor, Finance.
Stone Christian Combs, Finance. AJ Bianco, General Business.
Malcolm Carter McClure, Management.
Darby Jeanette Hopper, Management. Jolie Pamela Godey, Management.
Justin Morgan Trimble, Jr., Management. William John Ramus, Finance.
Ryan Thomas Kowalczyk, Finance. Anna Lucia Ahumada, Information Systems.
Roman M. Samararo, Marketing.
Preston Christopher Bean, Management. Park Charles Bridgman, Finance. Robert Anthony Costello, Finance. Ya Chen, Marketing. Matthew Sean Devine, Accounting, Finance.
Ponchanak Tisha Wangmani, General Business.
Edward Chang, Management, Marketing.
Tristan William Seiler, Management. Jasmine Viviana Morales, International Business. Jonah Paul Meyer-Peter, Information Systems.
Monique Ruby Morales Garcia, Marketing.
Ilusion Acosta, Marketing.
Maddie Elise Lipowitz, Marketing.
Shelby Elizabeth Twist, Management, Marketing, 1874 Scholar. Samantha Janice Moss Clayton, Management, Marketing.
Aisha Escobedo Silva, Accounting. Jabari Joaquim Malik Flanagan, Finance, 1874 Scholar. Joseph Patrick Barbara, Marketing. Roman Foster, Economics, Finance. Julian Gonzalez, Management.
We have before us a wonderful opportunity, one that speaks of how higher education can influence us all for the better. The time one spends at our university can include moments of immense wonder, of widening one's horizons and coming to understand how each of us can make a difference in our communities, in our state, and in our world. Time at the university can be measured in a variety of ways. It all matters, and it's extremely meaningful. It can be spent pursuing truth. It can be spent experimenting with the known to discover the unknown. And it can be spent pursuing a dream. Our graduates know all of this, and during their time with us, they have come to learn so much more. Our graduates have, no doubt, had professors and instructors who have asked a great deal of them. But throughout it all, the journey has been unexpected and exceptional. Every day has been different, always with the potential to gain new insight, to gain a new understanding of what our students are made of and what they're capable of accomplishing. The character, resilience, and determination you have all displayed, particularly over this past year, has inspired us all. Graduates, your time with us has flown by. As you move forward, please remember to take a moment to think back to your time with us, what you might have learned, and how that knowledge prepared and inspired you for the tasks that still lie ahead. Will the candidates for all bachelor's degrees in all colleges of the university please rise if you're able? President Sandoval, on behalf of the faculty of the university, I present to you these candidates for bachelor's degrees.
Now it's your moment. By virtue of the laws of the state of Nevada and the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I confer upon those fulfilling the appropriate requirements the bachelor's degrees recommended by the faculties of the university with all the rights, privileges, and obligations belonging thereto. Congratulations, you've done it.
On behalf of all of the University of Nevada faculty and staff, I congratulate each of you, class of 2025. Before we ask our graduates to move their tassels, there are a few recessional directions. The platform party will lead the recessional, followed by the faculty, and then our graduates. Now, for the final symbolic act of commencement. Graduates, the tassel on the right side of your cap signifies your time as a student at the university. It is now time to officially move your tassels from the right side of your cap to the left side. Congratulations.